Did we lose somebody?
Yeah, it's gone.
All right. Sure.
Bye, bud.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm live first. I'll introduce the show and then we'll get going. Video is live now. I don't see you live.
Live on my screen.
Is it live on your screen?
Mhm.
Well, as long as it's live, even though I don't freaking see it.
Make sure it's not private. Sometimes live can be a private feed.
It's not,
I
I don't think so because it's normally how I do the workshops.
I lost Brian.
This video is live now, it says. We're good.
Okay. Well, then I just am probably just behind a little bit then.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll just live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very new show called The Experiment because that's what it is. It's totally an experiment. I don't know what to expect, but hopefully it's going to be really, really awesome. So what happens is this. We assigned all these comedians topics 1 hour, only 1 hour before the show. So they have 1 hour to write 3 minutes of the best they can do with the topic they were given. So everybody let these people know that these are amazing comics who have 1 hour to write jokes about their assigned topic. And it's not going to be a long show. It's going to be like maybe less than an hour, if that. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how this works out. And hopefully it doesn't have connection issues. So here we go. Knock on wood. So our first comic is going to be Joseph Gomez. Or Joe Gomez, sorry, I know I wrote it that way. He's going to be doing the topic of rock bands. And we will start when I have the timer ready. 90s rock bands. Sorry, my apologies. 90s rock bands, 1 hour he had to write, and this is what he got. Oh, before we continue to write, so the comics are the judges. So they basically, at the end of everybody's set, they private messaged me who their favorite set was, and the winner will advance for a chance to win $25 American.
Whoa, 25.
Rent in Canada.
What?
We go
So,
up.
yeah.
Baby.
I gotta work overtime for that.
You got a new
That's fine. It's fine. It's all worth it for the name of the
Should have
challenge.
read something different.
All right. So with that being said, now here we go. So Joe Gomez, when you're ready, let me know, and I'll start the timer.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Like Scott said, my name is Joe. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be here today. My topic was 90s rock bands, and I got to reposition my notes. Sorry, this is a note show because we only had an hour to talk about 90s rock bands. First of all, I don't know if you could tell from my accent, but I'm Mexican, and I grew up in the Pacific Northwest in the 90s.
Ooh.
But I had no idea what rock music was. See, because for me in my household, the only thing that was allowed to be played was R&B and Motown, like maybe a little disco, but there was no rock and roll in my house. So by the time the 90s hit, I was reaching middle school and I was starting to get a little familiar with some bands. Most notably, of course, the Pacific Northwest. You got to be a fan of Nirvana, right? I mean, come as you are, okay? Pearl Jam, Mother Love Bone, those are all local names that I'm supposed to know, but the music never really permeated itself with me. But the weird thing is about being like a 90s kid was now watching cartoons with my kids, like Pixar and these new animation movies. They're playing all those songs from when I was in middle school. And my kids are laughing at me because they know the words and I don't. It's not fair. Like I do the best I can, but I don't know. Like 90s music, 90s rock music was just really lost on me. So I started doing some research, right? I was like, what can I really find out about 90s rock bands? And I think the weirdest thing was, like, if you were in a 90s rock band, you had to have like a number in your name, in your band name. You don't believe me? Here's the facts, people. Third Eye Blind, Three Doors Down, 311, Sum 41, Blink 182, Seven Mary. What? Like, was this just some random spin generator thing where it's just like pick a number, pick a word, you're good to go? Like, they even crossed over into the Christian sector. In the Christian sector, you had bands like Sixpence None the Richer, 10 Shekel Shirt, 7 Day Jesus, Five Iron Frenzy, and Project 86. Like, I mean, this formula crossed barriers, you know? It's the weirdest thing. In the 90s, to make a hit rock song, your band had to have a number in it, and that's just weird to me. Like, I don't get it. So I'm going to end on this because this is the only other thing that I noticed when I started writing down songs from my playlist that are from the 90s. And I wrote a little poem, a little spoken word thing using just song titles from the 90s. Okay, here we go. Enter Sandman, come as you are, killing in the name of Jeremy. Don't speak, loser. Say it ain't so. When I come around, what I got, give it away. Welcome to paradise. Take a picture, freak. Little things hurt. In the meantime, heaven beside you. Say hello to heaven. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk on 90s Rock. I've been Joke Daddy.
That was great.
Great stuff. Oh, very funny.
That's
I never
it.
realized the number thing until you. Like, that is true. There's a lot of numbers in rock band.
There was more.
Good stuff, man. Very funny.
Great.
Let's keep this train rolling. So the next comic we had an hour to write jokes about the word memberships. So without further ado, everybody, give it up to EJ Masacampo.
Hey, all right, hey everybody. So you know what? I miss the tight knit groups I had when I was a kid. You know, where the only criterion to being in the group was that you were also at the playground. Yeah, kids are so accepting. They're so accepting. They occasionally have to ask their best friends for their names. My 4-year-old daughter was like, "I love you, I love mommy, I love brother, and I love Caroline." I'm like, who the hell is that? It was a girl in line that morning at the grocery store. Groups are fun. The secret to making people feel loyal to their groups is labels, like in religion and frats and sororities. The other members are labeled as brothers and sisters, right? It makes you feel like family. I think they should take that further. Like, all right, Jeff, welcome to Pi Kappa Alpha. This is Sean, your big brother, and this is Kyle, your great aunt. Yeah, get in good with Kyle because he's got the best drugs, and bakes a mean rhubarb pie. You also know who's on the same team based on how they dress. Like they wear the same uniforms. That's why when I dress up for a fancy event like a wedding, I feel a special kinship to the other people who are too lazy to iron. Yeah, go Team Wrinkle. Gyms are fun memberships because most of us pay not to go. Yeah, gyms, and gyms couldn't remain open without us out of shape people who pay but stay home. So those like really fit people who do go, yeah, not only do they look way better than us, we're actually paying for them to take home all the best people at the bar. I noticed ethical non-monogamy is very common these days, like lots of poly people. Meanwhile, lots of brand loyalty. People are more exclusive with what soda they drink than with who they sleep with.
Wow.
I'm the same, honestly. I said I'd be married forever. Yeah, lasted 10 years. Yet, I love Costco. I divorced the mother of my children, and I won't even look at a Sam's Club. That's all I got. Thanks a lot.
Oh man, good job. Very, very funny. God, this is so great. So good, so good. All right, let's keep the train going with Matt Donlevy. I hope I said that right. Who had 1 hour to write jokes about the word betrayal. So Matt, when you're ready, you let me know and we'll get you started.
Sounds great. That's exactly what my name is, Matt Donlevy. It's nice to be here tonight. Yeah, I'm a beta guy, so I get betrayed a lot. The betas are very forgivable. That's the curse of having no spine. I find food betrayals. Food betrayal is really common in my life. You know, when edible things look like they're supposed to taste a certain way and they don't, happens a lot. I mean, it happens a lot. Like, I assume the orange balls on sushi tasted like oranges. I learned a lesson: don't eat a cereal spoon full of anything unless you're kind of sure what it's going to taste like. Because fish eggs, oranges don't taste the same, you guys. Or never will. I am a beta guy though, so I'm pretty conditioned to be betrayed. We kind of like it. It's the thing. It's like, oh, it looks like I was overcharged for that meal. Guess the house wins on this one. We're so forgiving and we want attention, so we just kind of let it happen. You know, damn, she cheated again. Guess I'll just look inward and try and figure out why it happened. Dear diary, something's wrong with Sheila. She can't seem to stop poisoning me. She's right. I do need therapy. Basically, whatever backbreaking task you're doing in your life, I'll probably help. Have you guys ever been asked to do have a friend ask you to do a small project? It's those small tasks that always lead to the biggest betrayal. I find it's such like a tiny request too. Like, hey, I need a hand. It's just a couple of wheelbarrows full of dirt, couple of screws through some boards, 2 hours tops. That's the time limit. The time limit is the kiss of death on that one. I find 2 hours. Might as well set this fence. It's going to take 4 years. 4 years of work left on this fence. 8 boards, 2 years of board. What the friend should really ask is, hey, can I fuck up your weekend and your knees? I'll get some pizza for us. Oh, great. You mean that half-eaten burnt DiGiorno on your counter? I mean, it's been 8 days of work. I could use a bite. The biggest one is when you're helping a friend's friend. It's not even this backstabbing friend. It's his buddy that you're helping. It's always a worse job in a dirtier scene, covered in a bigger lie. It's like, hey, my friend's got to recarpet his room. Can you give us a hand? Like, so you seem to have forgotten to mention the bed bugs and the mold on everything. That's awesome. It's like doing work in a crack house, except those are just a little more sanitary. But like I mentioned, I am a beta. So, yeah, of course I'll help you out. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, that's my time. Thanks.
Oh, good job, Matt. That was great. Oh, man, I feel like a mom. I'm so proud of my kids. Sorry, that's a weird thing to say. So the next, we'll keep this going. So the next comic, Luke Westberg, he had the topic of prisons. He had 1 hour to write jokes about prison or with the word prisons. So whenever you're ready, Luke, you let me know and we'll start the timer.
Good to go.
Okay.
Is my video?
I'm trying to get I can't get you spotlight for some reason.
I'll just mouth the words, you go.
Oh, there we go. Solo layout.
Okay, here I am. I'm Luke. I've never been to prison, but I did do a hard 6-month stint at Amazon. So, yeah. I'm a pretty petite man with a pampered lifestyle. I wouldn't do well in prison. I'd be like, so I know it's Sloppy Joe Day, but could I get a vegan meatless alternative on a gluten-free bun? And can I ask about getting a memory foam mattress? Like, I tweaked my back in yoga class a few years ago, so if you could get a word into the warden. If I ever go to prison, I'm going to get a tramp stamp tattoo. It'll just say, "Your father loves you." My potential rapist is going to burst into tears. I love you too, Daddy. Yeah, he'll probably still rape me though, because sadness is a powerful aphrodisiac. I support gender equality, but women only make up 9% of our prison population. Yeah, we need to get it even Steven 50 with the fellas, you know? So, come on, ladies. Why just talk shit about that bitch Sheila behind her back when you can sneak up behind her back and slit her throat? Yeah. Getting life in prison without parole is your way of saying you're a proud feminist. So the U.S. has the largest prison population in the world, unless you count the Uyghur re-education camps in China, which I'm not going to. Because the People's Republic of China is a glorious nation with very nice rulers, and I'd like to perform comedy there someday. The U.S. has way too many people in prison. I think it's because if you do something wrong, like we don't really punish you here. It's like, oh, you committed armed robbery? Well, here's free room and board. Oh, aggravated assault? Be sure to join the prison softball league. I've reformed this whole system. I say that if you are a third-time offender, then snip, snip, automatic castration. Yeah, people would think twice about committing a third offense. They'd be like, man, I would beat your ass with a tire iron if I didn't like my nuts so much. And think of the possibilities here, like prison castrato choirs. Here's a song they could sing. But you didn't have to cut them off. Make me like I am a woman, cause now there is nothing. They should know the junk so low. There were just some testicles I used to know. Some testes. Some testes. Some testicles I used to know.
That's great. Lovely.
The song, we have poetry, we have music. I love this.
Damn.
I want to call this turbo comedy. It's going so fucking fast, like a machine gun. Powerful. Good job, Luke. So good. All right. Well, let's keep the ball rolling. So we got. I hope I say your last name right. Tara Christian Widener.
Weidner.
Sorry. So Tara.
I just think religious stoner.
I love it. I'll remember that now. So Tara Christian Weidner. She had 1 hour only to write a jokes about the word or topic of Boy Scouts. So looking forward to hearing that. When you're ready, Tara, let me know.
All right, let's go. First, Luke, you called me out on my tramp stamp I already have, and now I got to follow that damn singing. I don't think this is fair, but all right, let's do it. Boy Scout, something I've obviously never been. All right, I don't think we need to go that far into it. We've all heard the term prepared like a Boy Scout, right? Yeah. But why is it that every guy I've ever hooked up with that used to be a Boy Scout never had a condom on him? Or a blanket or a car? Like, yeah. If I collect together every guy I ever dated that was once a Boy Scout, not a single one of them was good for anything other than catching fish or things on fire. And one of them caught a fish on fire. I don't know how, but it happened. You'd think too wet to burn, but no, those things sizzle. It's great. The preparation training stops. Like as soon as their balls drop, they go in to play JV football, blow out their knee, and then spend the next 10 years talking about how they had scouts looking at them. Yeah, dude, Boy Scouts. Well, I was going to make it big had I not blown out that knee. Yeah, okay. Then go on and on and on until it's time to play beer pong and knock me up. Yeah. Okay. We should clear this up. I'm not attracted to Boy Scouts per se. All right. I feel the need to say that. All right. You guys are like pulling back a little bit. I can feel it. All right. Lean back in. Okay. Come on. Let's be friends. I always seem to end up with guys who were at one point wearers of the neckerchief and a merit sash. My husband included. No joke there. Let me tell you, you ever want to spice up your sex life? You find yourself a dude that can tie a clove hitch knot and make the perfect s'more. Yeah, hot and sticky. Hey, no kink shaming, all right? That's not allowed. I feel you leaning back again. Come back on over, you guys, because here's the point where I tell you that not only do I have my own car, I always keep a blanket in the back. And even though I'm married, spayed, and, have no worries about it, I always have condoms on me. So I might not be a Boy Scout, but I'm the most Boy Scoutiest non-Boy Scout you're ever going to see. I'm going to call that my time. I didn't time myself, so I have no idea where I'm at. But.
Great job, Tara.
That's awesome.
Oh, man. The handkerchief thing got me. So great. All right. So Clyde Williams, you're next. You had 1 hour to write jokes based off of gambling. So I'll get your spotlight ready. And when you're ready, you let me know there. Okay. So when you're ready, let me know, Clyde.
All righty, though. I suppose I'm ready. How do you do, everybody? Hello. All right. So gambling. I should have put that in my title as my name, gambling. So I was on a dating site for people who like to gamble. You might have heard of it. It's called Tinder. Seen that? I don't know. Really, I think all of these sites are just digital gambling houses. You're just trying to get to that WAP, trying to get to that WAP, that wet ass probability. That's what you're trying to get to. And I mean, now, what are the chances that you'll actually find a person who is exactly what they say they are when they sign up? Like, I have a white friend. In case you thought I was racist, I have this white friend who met her husband on blackpeoplemeet.com. Okay. The thing is, he's also white, right? They were both running the same scam, fell in love. Craziness. I don't know. I asked her about it, and she was like, he wasn't what I was expecting either. he was everything I didn't know I wanted, It's like, okay, but now they both work for Antifa, and I don't know what to do. I don't know. Like, I send them some Kool-Aid pickles and a sweet potato pie for their anniversary. Maybe rhubarb pie. Maybe it's up. Anyway, also lending people money is a gamble. Because the thing is, how long will it take before they forget that they owe you? I'm talking about you, Paul. I haven't forgot. You try to make me forget. You try to gaslight. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Sorry. Oh, fuck Paul. Anyway, so that's why I came up with an app that basically lets you know how long people take to pay people back. Okay? I call it Money Tag. All right? Now, it's an app where if somebody owes you some money, you get a notification every time they spend that amount of money. Okay, so if they owe you $20 and they spend $20 at McDonald's, you can see it. Paul, you got $20 for McDonald's, but you ain't have $20 for me. Okay, snatch a burger, snatch some fries. That's all I'm saying. Now, the full version lets you know whenever they have that much money. Okay, so every time they get paid, ching ching, give me my money. Now, it's not for commercial use. Like, it only works in amounts for $500 or less. I'm not trying to let the government know you got their student loan money. Okay, I'm not trying to do that. Not a narc. I'm just saying, like, if I lend you money through Money Tag, you pay me back the same way. Right? Now, I can't make you pay me back, but what I can do is send a notification to your mama, to your pastor, and to all your homies. Now, also, it goes on your Money Tag report. So the next time you ask somebody to borrow some money, they can look up your Money Tag report. Oh, it took 7 years for you to pay back $30. Nah, I can't help it. One of the special features is that it connects to all social media and dating apps. So all your potential matches can see it. Oh my goodness, it took you 7 years to pay back $30, Paul. You better go on Wish, because I wish you would try to date me, trying to borrow money from me to pay for this date. Yeah, Paul, if all else fails, you can go on that one dating site with the jingle. Y'all know the one with the jingle? It says, you don't have to be lonely at cousins-only.com. And at that one, you're just gambling with your jeans at that point. That's my time. My name's Clyde. Gambling's my topic. Appreciate it.
I love that concept. I legit love that concept as a joke, but also as real out life. So, I love that. Make that app, Clyde. Make that app. Good job, really good job. We just got a comment from Facebook basically saying everyone's killing it, which I totally agree with. You guys are destroying this right now. This is a great, successful experiment. I'm going to call this turbo comedy, just so it sounds less experimenty. And finally, we're going to end up with our last comic of the turbo comedy here. We got Ryan Sim. He had 1 hour to write jokes based off of surgery. Oh, sorry, I got to take you off the spotlight there, Clyde. 1 hour to take off surgery. So, Ryan, whenever you're ready, you let me know, and I'll start the timer.
Okay, I am ready. I've been fasting for 24 hours. Let's do this. I actually don't know much about surgeries, despite me being unhealthy. I haven't had to deal with many. The last one was my girlfriend. She had to get a C-section because we had an unplanned pregnancy because I was a Boy Scout. I do live in a rough neighborhood, though, and I know because of COVID-19, surgeries are backed up. And now that I know what a C-section scar looks like, I now know what my local neighborhood was just calling the baby zippers. We have a lot of them.
Oh shit!
Actually, it's 2021. The fetal fanny pack's in. And when you do have a son, sometimes the next surgery that comes to mind is deciding if you're going to get him circumcised or not. You'd be shocked how many people are interested in what I'm going to do with my son's penis. And I don't know. When it comes to circumcision, I think of it like asking who you voted for. It's really none of my business what dickhead you prefer. Okay, I know it's quite divided too. I know half the people think it's a terrible idea and you're mutilating, and the other 100% of women thinks it just looks more attractive. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I actually went in for the consultation, and he might actually need a medical circumcision because his skin's too tight. But there's also a cosmetic one, which I was considering, and that's when you make it want to look, more attractive. And actually, the doctor said there's nothing he could do for me, and I said, "Is it because you're backed up from COVID?" And he said, "No, I just I can't make this look better." So and then I started doing research. What is elective surgery? What is non-elective surgery? Those terms are kind of, I don't get them. It's like, what does that even mean? Like, now, Billy, the doctors and nurses, we've come to a vote, and you don't deserve that kidney. Okay, stop crying. You're going to want to save that energy. I also find it crazy that with all these surgery backups, we still have all these cosmetic surgeries. We have boob jobs, nose jobs, ass implants, fake lips, tummy tucks, or in the medical community, it's called being a Kardashian. Okay, I don't understand why people do this. But there's also, I don't know if you guys heard, there's a lower tier. There's one called a semi-elected surgery. That's surgery that is done to save a patient's life, but doesn't need to be performed right away. My mom actually performed semi-elective surgery on my father slowly by removing his testicles. Actually, hang on, I'm getting a phone call. My wife's a doctor. It looks like I'm having surgery tomorrow to get my balls removed. Don't worry, it's going to Luke. He's a third offender. Thanks a lot.
Oh, and with the bang. Good job, Ryan. Great job. Wow, great job to everybody, man. Like, seriously, this was like the all-star lineup of the first show we've done this for, and I'm really, really happy with how this went. So yeah, thanks everybody. So what's going to happen now is whenever you can, preferably, but message me who you picked. Other than you, you obviously should pick your favorite sets, but you guys all did great. I'm not just saying that, you legit did. But you message me who your favorite sets are, and then I'll post on the group page of who advanced. But once again, you guys really set the bar fucking high, and thank you so much for being a part of this. Really, I really do appreciate it. And you guys rock. You picked you for a reason to be on this, and you delivered 100%. So thank you so much. It was a lot of fun, and I wish you all luck.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Scott. That was fun.
Thank you for the new audience too, by the way.
It's good to meet everybody.
Yeah, man.
Likewise.
Good to meet you.
Nice job, everyone.
Should we drop our? Oh,